Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Prince of Dubai, has really expensive wishes. Being the second son of the richest man in Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, it doesn't take him much time to fulfill those wishes. He is currently the Vice President and Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates. He is known by the name Fazza. Fazza lives for adventures and thrills. He is also an animal connoisseur. A handsome, eligible bachelor with a lot of money can be the right description for him. To be precise, he is a multi-billionaire. Let's dive into today's topic, how the Crown Prince of Dubai spends his billions. You wouldn't believe. Number 10. Most expensive camel. Fazza is an animal connoisseur. He loves camels, but he doesn't have an ordinary camel. No surprise there. The camel which he owns had won a beauty contest and was chosen among 17,000 camels as the most aesthetic-looking humpback. He bought this camel for $2.7 million. Yes, $2.7 million for a camel. The prize money won by this camel was $600,000. Number 9. Amphibious cars. Crown Prince Fazza has many awesome amphibious car collections worth more than millions of dollars. Each car comes with a price tag of $135,000. This is why the amphibious car is getting everyone's attention. While many of us can look at these amazing cars with wonder, there are rich folks like the Crown Prince who can actually afford them. Fazza ordered 6 James Bond-style high-speed amphibious cars worth more than $800,000. These are designed to travel on sand and water. The US-based inventor of the vehicles has claimed. Dave March, owner of Water Car in California, has been designing, building, and testing these amphibious cars for a decade, and in 2010 he secured the Guinness World Record for the fastest amphibious car. His latest model, the Python, has a 450 horsepower Corvette engine and can hit 60 miles per hour on the water. This was launched last year, retailing for around $135,000. March said he has been inundated with orders and claimed Dubai Crown Prince Fazza. Number 8. Entire tank fleet. He owns an extraordinary collection of tanks. These tanks are battle-grade tanks. These tanks come with 1,500 horsepower, with a traveling speed of 60 miles per hour. The Ripso tanks are considered as the wild beasts of machinery. Brothers who designed these tanks have also sold these tanks to the US Army. They don't only sell it to the US Army, but they also make the tanks specially for the billionaires who are in search of some fun and little adventure. These tanks come with a baseline price of $500,000. Dubai Prince Fazza decided to buy an entire fleet of them. All tanks were customized. Now, think about the customization price paid by the prince. Do not worry, after all, he's a prince of Dubai. For him, it's just a small amount. Number 7. The Scottish State. Although this state was purchased by Fazza's father, this enormous state, which hasn't been built yet, will be set on land already owned by the prince in the Scottish Highlands. Sources report that this massive property is spread over more than 63,000 acres. The building will be a 14-bedroom lodge and will be built next to the prince's summer home. The lodge will have all the fixings, including a pool and a massive gym as well. Technically, the lodge will be a hunting lodge and will serve as a yearly base for the prince and his family when they go out to hunt, whatever it is that they hunt. The prince's family has been visiting the Scottish Highlands every year. Number 6. Canada's most expensive penthouse condo. In 2013, Canada experienced its largest ever private real estate transaction. It was for 3 penthouse floors at the Fairmont Pacific Rim Hotel in Vancouver. Although the buyer was left unnamed, we know it was Fazza who made the purchase. He's even stayed in the condo since buying them up. Number 5. The Hotel Jumeirah Zabil Sarai. Zabil Investments is a privately owned investment company. do you know it's privately owned by Fazza? Even though it's not his name making the purchase, you can be sure that he has an enormous input as to where the investment firm puts its money. Of all the properties and places that are under his company's umbrella, the most amazing is the Jumeirah Zabil Saray. It's a 5-star hotel located on the artificial archipelago of Dubai, the Palm Jumeirah. This hotel is absolutely remarkable, no doubt, but the fact is that no one knows the exact cost to build the hotel. But some websites report that it is around $12 billion, which makes it one of the most expensive in an already ridiculously expensive area. Number 4. Most expensive horse. As Fazza is an animal connoisseur, Fazza loves his horses. His father is good at horse riding. No doubt, Fazza is also good at horse riding. He rides his horses for sporting events. His horse even kisses him on mouth for photos. But when it comes to buying horses, only the best are considered good enough. So, in 2014, Fazza and his father bought the most expensive horse there was at that time, paying $3 million for a colt with a great winning bloodlines. The royal family also picked up 2 more horses at $1.8 million each. That is more than $6.5 million for 3 horses. These 3 horses were considered the best in show, so Fazza scooped them all up. They were also the most expensive horse sales of the year. Number 3. Buying up all the planes. At the 12th edition of Dubai Air Show, Fazza and his family liked the new Boeing 787-10 Dreamliners. It wasn't a personal plane they were looking for. Fazza and his father were looking to improve Dubai's fleet, and they improved it. They purchased 40 of such Boeing 787-10 Dreamliners. This deal helped to build tourism in Dubai and move tourists along in style, and that was worth more than $15 billion. The individual list price on these new 330 passenger planes comes in at about $306 million. Number 2. A falcon. Being a falcon lover, it's no surprise Fazza has an affinity for these fine feathered friends. Fazza buys his falcons from a very special source, a man named Brinklows. You may have heard about him on the news recently. Brinklows had a difficult upbringing and was homeless at age 15 until he found his passion for breeding racing falcons. Fazza tried to buy Brin's business for $50 million, but Brin turned down the offer because he wanted to continue running his business himself. So Fazza has individual falcons flown from Doncaster to the Emirates. Brin and Fazza have reached a conclusion where Fazza is the sole purchaser of Brin's prized falcons, and it seems the two men are happy with this agreement. Number 1. Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport is a limited production sports car. There are only 92 cars in the world of this kind, which makes the car more exclusive for the expensive car collectors like Dubai Prince Fazza. The price tag of this car is around $1.7 million, which makes it only accessible to a selected group of people, a group that Fazza fits in very well with. The Veyron reaches speeds greater than 250 miles per hour and is set to be the fastest open-top production sports car in the world. Now, when Fazza puts this car out on display, you would think it would be the star of the show. But next to his other incredible cars, the Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse becomes part of a larger ensemble. It's hard to say for sure, but we think Fazza might have the best, albeit small, collection of sports cars on the planet. Each one of these cars we listed is remarkable in its own right. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I'll personally reply to your comment. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos of Top Luxury, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care!